Hey guys, so today, guess what? We have a package. Now, it's not one of the two packages that I've been waiting on if you've been following that whole crazy thing. As of right now, today is week 3 that they have been stuck in the Richmond, Virginia distribution center for the USPS. That particular distribution center is incredibly understaffed. They don't have all the machines that they need because of cutbacks in order to get mail out on time. There are actually people in that area who have even said that they've gone like days or even weeks without any mail being delivered at all. So, I mean, at least I know that wherever they're at, like on some truck stuck in the parking lot of the Postal Service, they are safe there versus being lost or ruined or whatever. So, still being patient. However, in a cheer me up move, Jeff Gamache, and I'm probably completely destroying his last name, but I will link his Instagram and his YouTube down below so you can check out his video on this same subject. But we actually recently did a trade. I traded him 4 of the Monster High dolls I was getting rid of in exchange for several Rainbow High and LOL OMG dolls because I would much rather have them. I find them much more enjoyable because for me they are more easily customizable. They remind me very much of like Pulips and stuff like that, like the kind of dolls that I got started on because I can change their eye chips in and out and dye their hair. Well, with Pulips we had wigs, but still, same thing. You were able to change a lot about them in order to make them more your doll. And, I mean, technically you can do that with Monster High. I feel like I don't really have the talent for repainting enough to make them more than just, oh, it's the same character with a wig on. But it is what it is. So, we've got this great package. I'm going to open that for you. Before I do, though, I wanted to answer some of the questions I've received since, like, last week's video or around that time. The first one being, okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, and this is something I'm about to show you guys anyway, but there was this discussion because a lot of people still don't realize, and I was one of them, that Monster High and Ever After High shoes do fit Rainbow High dolls. Now, it's not every pair. The shoes that are particularly hard plastic will not stretch wide enough to fit a Rainbow High foot into. But the soft plastic shoes, the ones that are like the big sister shoes, they do fit. The little sister shoes don't. So that's a thing. But I recently dyed one of my dolls and I was trying on shoes and I just happened to try on a pair that matched her perfectly. They were Monster High. I actually had taken a vote on my Instagram page on which pair of shoes you guys liked better on her. So, like, I'll show all that in a minute. But it was also a huge thing of, on Rainbow High boys, are there any other shoes that do fit them besides the shoes that they come with? Now, so far we only have River Kendall. He comes with 2 pairs of shoes, but they're both the same color. So if you're, dyeing him, trying to create a different doll, and you don't want to have to go through painting shoes, what other options do you have? Rainbow High shoes for the boys' feet are quite wide as well. And so I did try on several pairs of both Monster High and Ever After High shoes. Neither of them fit. Their shoes are just not wide enough around the toe area for the Rainbow High foot to go in. However, back in the day, when I was collecting Pulips, I particularly loved the male dolls, which is really what got me started in collecting them heavily. And back then it was Namu, now it's Tying. Apparently Pulip switched her boyfriend somewhere after I think the first 1.5 years, 2 years. So when I was buying them, because they were relatively new at the time, they also had limited footwear. I discovered that G.I. Joe boots would work on them. Now, I don't currently have any Namu or Tying because I had sold my entire collection to help pay for college because it's very expensive. So years later, I just never really got back into it because the price of those dolls had gone higher. I still have the 1 or 2 that I've shown you guys, but as far as Pulips go, but I really just don't collect them anymore. So I had some G.I. Joe boots laying around. The antique mall that I took you guys on the exploration of last video does sell them for like $3 a pair. Guess what? They do fit. Now, I don't know if the Namu and Tying shoes will fit, but the G.I. Joe boots do fit River. Now, I will say, because I have his jeans kind of tucked in there funny, I tend to prefer to get the boots that already have a slit down the back. If not, I tend to just take an X-Acto knife and kind of make my own. And the reason for this is because with Namu and Taeyang, their foot actually comes in and out for you to get their pants in and off, or on and off. But they have such weak ankle joints, it's very easy to break their foot off or pull it off in the boot and get it stuck. So I always just nowadays with any male doll, sometimes even females, if boots don't come with a slit in the back, I will definitely make one because it makes putting them on and off so much easier. So now these are kind of gapped open in the back because of his pants legs, but if you were to pull his pants up and put them over the boot, like they easily close all the way. Like it's not even a big deal. So, but they do look cute from the front as well. They just don't look great with these pants. But, you know, I mean, obviously he can fit other boy doll clothes. So, I mean, like Ken and stuff. So you can always swap his outfits. But there is another shoe option for you guys. Just check out eBay or whatever. Or if you have like a local toy store or whatever that sells G.I. Joe stuff. And check out those G.I. Joe boots. If you hop on eBay, you can also type in like your search for BBI Dragon. Because that's kind of also like G.I. Joe stuff. And that same stuff kind of fits. So, the other shoes that fit the girls, besides Monster High and Ever After High, one of the other types is the Project MC Squared, which are the shoes I have on my blonde Amaya. And they're really cute. So you guys had seen her actually from when I dyed her. We did the video on how I dyed her, but I did get her final eyes in. So she does have Bella eyes. So she's got this whole kind of tan, white, and purple vibe going on, the blue to go with the blue in her eyeshadow, all of that. She is finally finished, so I just want to show her off for like a second. Now, when I dyed her, I also dyed that Bella that we have been talking about. And if you guys haven't been following along on like Instagram, I'll go ahead and like put some pictures up. But with Bella, I was originally inspired by this picture. And because she started off with pink hair, I do think I could have achieved the results I wanted probably closer on white-haired Amaya. But because she's more expensive, I'm less likely to try and go and buy more of her. Just because like I don't need all the dumb stuff she comes with, like the sticky hair goop, and like it's all gonna get thrown away. So it's like at least $10 worth of stuff, if not more, that's just going in the trash because I'm not gonna use it. So, you know, and like how many of her single outfit that she comes with do you even want? Like, those boots are cool, but not after, like, the 5th pair. So, you know, I didn't want to dye her this too. Like, I'd had to buy a whole nother one. So I dyed Bella. The color came out too warm and a little too dark for what I wanted. So I took a vote on Instagram. I asked you guys what you thought. You guys voted majority that I should re-dye her a different color. So the color I settled on, I've tried to get this teal color previously with Jade, and here's how she came out. Like, it's not as dark as I wanted it. It is really pretty. I obviously left her that way, and I kept her in my collection because I thought she turned out really well. But I wasn't able to get the teal I wanted, and I didn't want teal like River because like his teal is that like I guess blue teal. It's very light. I wanted the more like the dark green, because his is more like, I guess, like the way when you look at turquoise rocks, how they have like that blue in them. This is more like turquoise, I guess, to me, or like cyan, I think it's called. But I wanted that like rich mermaid teal, you know, that like greenish blue. So I had trouble getting that. I had used the teal that comes with Rit all-purpose dye. I had tried mixing it with like a little bit of green. It just, like I said, Jade is gorgeous, but it didn't get where I wanted. So this time around I was experimenting. I took that same all-purpose teal and I put like, I don't know, probably like 3 tablespoons in the pot. And then I took probably like 2 teaspoons of the Rit all-purpose hyacinth, which is like a bluish purple color. I put that in the pot, ended up getting the color I wanted. And I didn't know when I dunked her head in, like, what it was even going to come out as. I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't know what I could expect. But it did come out really gorgeous. So I'm going to show that to you guys right quick. And it just came out like that blue-green that I really, really wanted. which goes great. Sorry, I gelled her hair down because her bangs were being wild after I washed her. But so I got her eyes from Artemis Lisa on Facebook. It was a wonderful gift. They really kind of inspired my color choice because I'd already wanted this teal for a while, but I just kind of like put it on the back burner because I thought I wasn't going to be able to get it. But these eyes really kind of, when I was trying to decide what to re-dye her, were my inspiration for that. So, of course, she has a pair of Kaya shorts that have been dyed to match. Sorry, that the little strings on them. And then she's got like this Barbie shirt from the fashion pack. I didn't really love the orange or peachy colored shorts they came with. Coral, I don't know what it was. I don't remember. But so I did these high-waisted ones. And then here she is in the Monster High Rochelle shoes to show that they do fit. With these, I really didn't have to struggle to put them on or take them back off when I was trying on other pairs. So she's finished. And then the other doll that I dyed this week that I'm going to answer some quick questions on. All right, you guys, so I have talked about this before, I think, like, especially on Instagram. I really love the OMG Sweets doll that just came out. Like, she has, like, the half blue, half pink hair. I love her outfit. I love her shoes. I love her makeup. I love everything about her. Like, if I had to pick one perfect OMG doll that was, like, literally perfect the way they came, I never even redressed her out of box, and that's unusual for me. But, like, I adore her. I think she's absolutely stunning, perfect, 100%. I actually bought a second one, and I had planned on keeping it as is because I just thought she was that beautiful. And then I was scrolling AliExpress, and I saw an ad for, like, the kind of, like, cheap knockoff Novi Stars that they sell. One of them was for the Novi Star Gale Lexi, which is a play on the word galaxy, because they were like alien dolls. And she has this hair that's like half mint green and half lavender. And I thought, you know, I could do that. So that is what I did. So I've named her Aria, which I guess has been on like the forefront of my mind because if you guys have been following on like Dollstagram, you've seen that Aria is a brand of MGA dolls, I think it was, that are coming out soon. We really don't know much about them other than the name and maybe some like infighting between Mattel and MGA, which really both of them need to quit worrying about antagonizing each other and focus on the quality of their dolls. Especially Mattel, because they have a long way to come up to even reach where MGA is, and MGA is having issues with bald dolls, dolls with their eyes bulging out, dolls with their makeup chipped and smeared, dolls with two of the same hand or two of the same foot. Like, why don't y'all focus on quality and quit fighting with each other because it's dumb. But whatever, we're not going to even get into that because, like, I'm sure every other YouTuber has already covered it. So, I'm dyeing Sweets. I've decided that this is what's going to happen. You know, and I've put her in this little Fail Fix dress, which, by the way, it does fit. Like, I don't know if all the Fail Fix clothes will fit the OMG dolls, especially, like, pants or shorts or something, because they do have wider hips. But she does look pretty cute in it. So here she is. Now, a lot of folks were asking how I managed to get her half and half hair without getting it. So she has this little gap in her hair. And I don't know if it would have been as easy without that rooting gap, but I just decided to go with it. So what I did was, and I think that this will work on any doll really where you're doing half and half, and you might even want to go a step further than what I did. I wish I had filmed this, but I really at the time was just exhausted and wanted to dye something to make myself have that temporary happy feeling that you get from it. I don't know. Yeah, so I did it and I didn't really think about it until afterwards when people were like, oh, did you make a video on how to do that? And I was like, nope. So I'm going to explain it to you at least. You can kind of visualize it because it's not that complicated. When I was dyeing her hair, this side was the pink side. I put just like a little bit of the purple Rit all-purpose dye in my sink with some vinegar and the hottest tap water I could get. I did not do the boil dye because I didn't want a dark color. I just wanted a soft pastel. And then I took this side of her hair that I didn't want dyed. I put my finger on that, like that rooting line, and then dipped the purple side in. And then, because I didn't want to get too close and get purple in the mint, I took like just an old tablespoon, like just a metal spoon, and I just scooped the water up and got it as, you know, reasonably close to her edge of her hair as I could, and just poured it on while trying to not get it so far over that it got on the green. I do think that you could actually take like a plastic shower cap and sit it right there at the edge and hold it down. is even like a further protection method. But yeah, I just scooped water and just kind of poured it near the hairline so that I didn't get them blended. For this side, this was the blue side, and what I used was actually just RIT all-purpose, like, I think it's like sunshine yellow or lemon yellow. It's yellow. And I honestly just did the same thing. I held it right here, dipped it. When it came time to doing close to the part, just spooned the water up a couple of times over her hair, and voila. So yeah, I named her Aria. I sent her with my remix. I just kind of like to pretend like she's probably an opera singer, because they didn't include opera in their music collection. I'm kidding. It probably wouldn't have gone, like, meshed well with everybody else, but, like, whatever. I like it. That's what matters. So anyway, all right. So in this package, let's go ahead and get to that, because I know this video is already running kind of long, and I really want to tell you guys, like, not only what Jeff sent me, but what I'm going to do with it. So that's a thing. So I've already opened the box because I didn't want to make, like, a ton of noise while I was trying to record. And he, like I said, I traded him like 4 of the Monster High dolls he really wanted, and I sent him like an extra one as a gift. In exchange, he sent me several Rainbow High dolls and like OMG dolls. So the first 3, well, yeah, 4 pretty much new. They come with everything that they had come with in box. I mean, like, all of their accessories and stuff he sent in a little separate bag. So I have this Cheer Ruby, and what I'm going to do, because you guys know that I have struggled with Cheer Ruby in the past, like getting her hair the color that I want it. I actually have plans for the one that's in the other box, but I'm not going to, like, I didn't want to do those ideas on these dolls. I wanted these dolls to have their own ideas. So, like, when I found out I was getting the boxes that were missing, the first thing I did was I stayed up that night as soon as they had been shipped and I knew they were coming. And I stayed up all night and planned and saved pictures of hair dye colors and patterns that I wanted, made like an entire like list. And I did the same for these dolls. So this Ruby is getting something called checkerboard hair. And it's going to be similar to the split color hair. So like the top half is going to be one color. This color is going to be another. And then the back is going to be the opposite. So it's going to be like half black down into red, half red down into black. So I'll put up a picture, kind of like my inspiration picture, but I basically did like mood boards for all of them. Now, I have a billion copies of the Cheer dolls and their outfits, so these outfits and accessories will probably be for sale on my Instagram if you guys need any Cheer outfits still. The next one up is probably one of my least favorite of all the Rainbow High dolls because of her makeup. Like, the person who designed her, I'm pretty sure, like, it probably looked good in their head and it probably looked good on paper. But these butterfly wings under the eyes, just from a distance, look like eye bags. She just looks really tired. And I feel that I'm also really tired most of the time. So, you know, I get it. But, like, the outfit really didn't do it for me. Like, it wasn't as cute as everybody else's. But, you know, we're going to make her cute. Now, she doesn't come with a center part. So doing split dyeing on her hair is a little ambitious, and I know that, but we're going to do it anyway. We are going to give her split dye, half orange, half black hair to help kind of bring out that makeup and see how that looks. And then also, guess who doesn't have a part line but is still getting split dye hair? Sheer Violet. So she is actually getting like a half pink, half lavender hair, and it's really not that ambitious compared to the fact that like her hair is already pretty much lavender, but we're going to go over it anyway because of the silver strands. We're going to make those purple as well. So her hair, like I said, it's a little less ambitious than everybody else's, but the other plans I had for her are for the one that's in the other box. And like I said, I'm not going to use up those ideas. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for that other box. So these guys needed all new ideas. So of course, another Kaya, and I just flung her shoes in the floor. Hold on. Got them. Yeah. So, of course, I have extras of her clothes now, too. So those will also probably be for sale on Instagram. And the money from all of this will go towards buying more hair dye for future dolls. So if you're in need of doll clothes, just hop over to my Instagram because I should have those listed. Like, they sell really fast. So they should be listed already by the time you guys watch this, but we'll see. So she is actually getting, macaron hair, and if you guys know what a macaron is, it's like a little French dessert cookie-like thing. I don't actually know, like, what, I guess pastry, but they're known for their like very soft, pretty pastel colors, and they're very like aesthetically pretty. So a lot of people use them on like food photo shoots and stuff like that. So she is getting that because she already kind of has like this whole confetti hair thing going on in the back. We're just going to kind of take all this extra pink and do the same thing with it. I actually have plans for one of her with a light blue hair for the one in the other box, but I needed something different for this one. So we're going to go with macaron hair. Now, those are the Rainbow Highs. He also sent me a ton of extra Rainbow High clothes and OMG clothes to dye. One of those like really cute kitty K sweaters. Now this is missing the ribbons. They were trimmed off. So I'm probably going to dye it and then just get like a different ribbon and sew them on. But yeah, so I will be dyeing some of these clothes. Now that means that I also got Kitty K. So she is actually getting an ombre dye. And I'm going to leave like part of her regular color in there. Do it darker from the roots and then go into a violet, as you can see from the picture. And so I have her stock. He didn't have the outfit that's like her second outfit that comes with Pop BB, but he did have Pop BB's original outfit, so I do have that. I haven't decided, like, and I have all of it, like I'm just showing pieces right now because they're all scattered in the box, but I'm probably going to dye these. I haven't 100% decided yet because I do actually think they're cute the way they are. One of the other dolls he sent was Swag. He had the Swag, and her hair was already starting to come out of braids. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and finish taking it out because there's no way with my arthritis I could re-braid it. But okay, and she has a spot missing, so we're actually just going to take one of the braids from the back and pop it into the front with our rooting tool. Now she has this beautiful blue eyeshadow and these like lovely seafoam green eyes. So I'm actually going to take that and give her a very soft pastel-y type mermaid hair. So it'll be like that like seafoam green and that very like sweet soft blue. So that's going to be that. And I do need to pick up some more aquamarine dye, but my store has been sold out for like a minute now. So I'll probably have to drive like a couple of towns over to get more. Now on top of all of this, plus all of these great clothes that Jeff sent and all the accessories that come with them, he also added in a surprise, like a little gift that I didn't know about. He included a Rocker Boy doll. And if you guys remember, I originally didn't like Rocker Boy because he looked exactly like my ex, because they both have dumb looking heads and long dark hair, and they're both guitarists, and yeah, so I didn't really like him. I feel kind of bad now, like now that I've seen like the Tommy Lee influence on him and stuff, like I still don't know if I'm gonna keep him stock because he does still remind me of my ex, and that's kind of ick. But he is the first and only right now OMG doll. I might keep him stock just for that reason, because he is the first boy. But if you guys have seen it, like, you know that I already like re-wigged my other one in this beautiful silver hair, and he came out really pretty. And then on top of that, Jeff also sent this lovely punk girl. So one of the cool things about punk girl is the flocking, but you get kind of nervous when you're dyeing it because you're like getting it wet and boiling and whatever. However, when I did River's hair, he also had flocking. The flocking didn't come off in the water. I didn't have any problems with it, but I don't actually have dye plans for her, so it's very hard to say what I'm going to do, if I'll leave the flocking, if I will, I don't know. Now, I know a lot of people have trimmed off these like weird little side pieces, but hers on this side actually goes like past the flocking. So I don't think that I could trim it off without it being noticeable. So again, like, I'm not really sure if I'm just going to plug in more hair. I don't have dye plans for her because I didn't know he was sending her. So I can't really comment on that one, but more than likely she will get dyed since I do already have Rocker Boy and Punk Girl otherwise. I'm just not sure what's going to happen to them right now, but hopefully you guys got those questions answered. If you have more questions, drop them for me down below. Check out my Instagram, ask questions there. Whatever you guys need, I will do my best to answer or figure out for you. I'm going to go ahead and post this video as is, and then next week we'll probably be dyeing some, if not all of these dolls. I wanted, honestly, to dye Ruby and Poppy today, but so here's the thing, because they're getting black, I'm going to use human hair dye so that I can brush it in so I can get a better part line since they don't come with one already. Now, because I'm doing that, one of the problems is that it takes a long time. I don't really love using human hair dye because even if you can get it for around the same price or cheaper than the RIT all-purpose clothing dye, it takes a billion times longer to get the same colors that you need. So as you saw when I did this Amaya, this is supposed to be like a medium blonde dye. Okay, on white, it should show up pretty dark blonde, but actually, this is after 3 hours of leaving it in. I only got platinum. So I would be looking at leaving this in their hair for at least 6 or more hours. So rather than try to cram that in this video on top of everything else, I'm going to probably do that for the next one. And I might go ahead and do Violet's hair and Kaya's hair as well for that video. And then do the OMGs the following video so that it gives me time to figure out what I want to do to Punk Girl's hair. It gives me time to finish unbraiding Swag's hair and get that hole plugged in. Etc, etc. So I would say, especially while we're waiting on this other box, if the other box comes in, I will also try to do like an extra like special random kind of video talking about what all colors I plan to dye all of them as well. But for right now, I will say, since that box, I don't know when to expect it, let's just go ahead and expect for me to have these Rainbow High dolls dyed for you in the next video. I will show you how I do it. I will show you, what methods I use, how it turns out, exactly what colors, how long it takes, all of it. And until then, like I said, hop over to my Instagram, pick up some spare doll clothes if you need them, check out my doll photos, talk to me about dolls, message me, whatever. I will see you guys next week. And don't forget, if you liked this video, to like it, subscribe to it, hit that bell for the notifications, all of that stuff that YouTubers always say that nobody actually listens to because y'all already left by now. Anyway, yeah, I will see you guys next week.